maybe we all can help. If you put a comment under my one of my posts or under one of my videos asking, hey, I'm curious, I've been trying to learn exactly how to hold my scissors to cut. Okay, cool, I'll show you. And I might ask you, hey, would you mind if I go ahead and use your comment? I can black out your name in your profile picture, whatever. And I'll do a video for your question. Hey everybody, I want to do this introduction video so you guys know who I am. I am Katt. I go by Dirty Princess as well. I'm the one that goes and does rugs by Tattooed Princess. So as you can tell, I have quite a few tattoos. I'm not fully covered. I got a few on my back. You can't really see, but and then some on my legs as well. But kind of want to introduce myself so you guys know who I am. Plus, kind of keep myself not so much motivated, but AKA. So what I mean is, every 6 months, I'm going to pretty much remake this video, introduction video or intro video, whatever you want to call it. So it's more of progress video, I guess you can call it. A little over 6 months ago, so Christmas of 2023, I started tufting for the first time. I bought my tufting gun, got it. I think it was just a few days before Christmas, got it, was excited. We had snow, we had ice, we had all that going on here in Oregon, and I decided, you know what better time than to just try it. I'd never watched any videos. I kind of just came across the, I think it was the Instagram and I think on TikTok as well, but where you just scroll through and then all of a sudden it would come up because I'd been following it since the start of that year anyways. I'd been interested in doing tuffing. So I didn't go onto a YouTube platform and learn anything. I just kind of was like, well, that looks easy. I can go ahead and do it. Now, it's not always the case for everybody. I lucked out. It actually, for me, was extremely easy. Now, let me rephrase that. Tuffing was easy. Carving, trimming, that's a whole different story. That took time because I didn't understand how did they get those crisp line and how do they get the trimmer in there and stuff like that. So I did have to watch a few videos, but I got it and ran with it. I will post here about in this area since it's over there, is a rug. I think it was, I want to say it was my third rug, something like that. Was actually for one of my friends. He draws, he does fashion clothing, he does custom one-off items, resin, paintings, all different stuff. He's amazing. I will tag him in the description. Go check him out on Instagram. He does have a TikTok, so I will actually add that as well. So you guys can go see what he looks like and what he does. But he's been wanting to do tuffing too. Well, he wanted me to try one of his designs. And as you can see from the photo, no, that was not easy. That was 238 squares later. That was not easy. But I learned a lot, did a few different techniques. Now, when I go ahead and do it, I could do it a lot easier. I don't know if I do that exact one over again because it did take, I think it was about 3 weeks of trimming. Now I tuffed out the black first. I'll kind of, again, put the progress photos here. I tuffed out the black first, and then I turned around my canvas, or not my black, sorry, my blue first, or black. Now I can't remember. No, I think it was the blue first. I did the blue, trimmed it, and then went in with the black, and then I cut it down because he wanted it almost like a 3-dimensional. Now I only had my one tuffing gun, which was from Amazon. She has been my faithful. I love her. She's been working great. He bought the same gun. His was not great. He had to contact him. I helped him through that. He now has one that works. So it's a hit and miss with the Amazon guns, but I found it works. But now, if I do the rug, I most likely would be like, yeah, I'll do it because I technically have 3 different guns. I have a Daddy Longlegs, which does long pile. And I believe also on cut or loop pile as well, but I haven't ventured with it yet. I have my Amazon one, which is just the standard tuffing gun. And then I have a wireless one with 2 batteries that I got off of Amazon. I like her, but her pile length is a little bit shorter than my wired Amazon one. I'm not 100% sure. I have everything put to its max, but that's okay. To be honest, I'm okay with that because that kind of gives me a 3-section range where they're set at, and I can just kind of play from there. I don't have to constantly change one gun to a different height to another. I now have pretty much 3 different guns that can actually do different pile heights. That rug, that one right there, that was hard. I did it again during the winter time here in Oregon, Portland metro area. We had snow, we had ice. It was about a week long. It was not fun. It's hard to tell from this video, but I do all my toughing out here in my garage. I do have a little heater that is up kind of on this, not the ceiling, but it's a rafter area. It's hooked up there. The only problem is when I turn that on and I'm toughing, I will blow a fuse. It draws way too much energy. So, which is fine. I mean, as you can kind of tell, I'm not little. I am on the fluffy form, but I just packed on the jackets. I packed on the sweatpants. I did all that just to make it so I could tolerate being out here in the cold. My nose was frozen. My hands were frozen. I was constantly trying to keep warm. My toughing gun, surprisingly, she had no issues. She loved it. But when it came down to using that trimmer to cut the 238 squares, it would not work. I thought, did my shaver go bad? Did this happen? I went through a bunch of steps. I opened it up, cleaned it up. There was nothing in it because I'm very big about every single use. I don't care if I'm quarter way through and I decide, oh, I'm going to call it a night. I still clean everything up and I oil everything. I could not figure out why it didn't work. Well, come to find out after experimenting, took my machine, my trimmer inside, let it sit for about an hour, brought it back out, and it worked. I was like, oh. So I started using it, and within about 10 minutes, it just stopped. So again, cleaned it, took it back inside, let it sit for, I think it was about an hour or two, went inside, turned it on, and kind of just started like shaving and stuff, and it just kept going and going and going. Brought it back outside, not even 5 minutes, did it again. So I've come to the conclusion that it's because it was cold. So I learned. Now it's summertime. It's a little bit warmer. That's why I'm in a tank top. Plus, you guys get to see who I am, tattoos and all. But yeah, so that's that. But that rug there, that was a challenge. I loved it. Learned a lot from it. But if I do it, I would use my 2 toughing guns now. I would easily use my daddy long legs because it does go a lot longer, or longer on pile height, that I wouldn't have to sit there and trim down and make sure the 2 are the same. I went way out of my comfort zone, especially for my 3rd rug. And I think at that point, I don't even think I had been toughing for a month. And I was like, yeah, I could do it. I've learned a lot in 6 months. It is started July. Like I said, every 6 months, I'm going to redo this video. So I'm thinking about closer to my 1-year mark of doing this. That's when the next one of this form will be here. And then again, started July, the following, you'll see. So I just want to kind of keep myself on that track. Plus, it kind of gives you guys, if you're curious of like what I've learned, stuff like that, that's why I'm going to do these style of videos. But wanted to introduce myself. I wanted you guys to know who is behind the rugs, why am I doing it, stuff like that. Why I'm doing it is because I just wanted to try it out. I wanted to do it. It looked fun. I do custom embroidery work, which it might sound weird. I look at these 2 categories. So toughing, embroidery, it looks the same because embroidery, I do, depending on images, I have people that are like, I'm looking for this inspired. Cool. Or give me a theme or whatever, or they give me their image, whatever. I digitize. Sometimes I have to draw up the image. I digitize the image into stitching. Then I have to stitch it out on my machine, either onto a garment, material, whatever it is, cut it, trim it, do all that, voila. And if I have to glue it, whatever it is, stitch it on, whatever. Kind of sounds a lot like toughing. Again, drawing. Well, Can't say a lot like it because AKA my machine does the embroidery part, but I have to create that embroidery part on the computer. So it's kind of like the tufting part where you're actually sitting there tuffing out your image. So instead of digitizing the image, I'm tuffing it out. Then I have to glue it, cut it out, trim it, and make sure it looks good. To me, it just goes hand in hand. I love the idea of making something fully custom. It's always been something I love. But I've been doing embroidery, I think, for about 14 years now, 14 or 15 years, something like that. It's been a while since I've been doing it. I love it. But I kind of hit that road where it's like, okay, I still love it. Don't get me wrong, but I want to add more. I'm just one of those ones. I do wood burning. I do resin. I do one too many things. There's such a list. I sew. I do stuffies. There's just a lot of stuff. I can't say I get bored doing one thing. I just more, it's like, okay, let's add something else. And then I continue with everything, which is a good thing. But yeah. So again, hey, everybody, now you get to know who I am. If you got questions, comments, whatever, feel free. You can always ask to see some of my tattoos. I will, in the videos here, I will post my Instagram, the Instagram to follow me on here. I might end up in the description posting my Dirty Princess Instagram, so you can kind of see me as me, not so much just in the tuffing world. If you want to just see me as me and kind of me behind the scenes, you can follow me on there. Plus, if you have questions like tattoos, or if you want to see me getting a tattoo, because I get quite a few per year. I don't want to call it an addiction, but it is an addiction. I love tattoos. They are so much fun. But yeah, so feel free, follow me, but I'll post everything. It'll also be down in that description. And if you would like to hit the like button, that would be really, really nice. Next to that is the subscribe button. And then there's this little bell. Feel free, you can hit those. But if you don't like it, hit the dislike. I'm fine with that, or just leave the video. If you made it this long, there must be something. But it's up to you. I'm not going to make that decision for you. Videos from, besides that, every 6 months, videos from here on out will be a lot of tutorials, a lot of helping answer questions as best as I can. Because like I said, I've only been doing this for about 6 months. I cannot say I'm an expert, but we all have to learn together, and we all have to start somewhere. I'm very big on helping people, and I want to help people. There's things I've learned that I just had to go on a whim and learn because I couldn't find videos on it. Nobody could help me. Or if I would ask out on quite a few of the Facebook pages I'm on, I'd get belittled is the best way I can say it. Same with the rug with 238 squares. Oh, it shouldn't have took you that long. Oh, you're just slow. Oh, you're the... No, I had to cut everything by hand. Was that my choice? No. Plus, it was 20 degrees, or actually it was colder in this garage. It was 20 degrees outside, and sometimes lower than that. It was cold. I was cold. I could only cut so much. My hands would hurt, all that. So I don't believe in a community like this. So please understand, you belittle, whatever you want to do to me, okay, that's your call. But I want this community to love each other, to come here, to ask questions. Maybe we all can help. If you put a comment under my one of my posts or under one of my videos asking, hey, I'm curious, I've been trying to learn exactly how to hold my scissors to cut. Okay, cool. I'll show you. And I might ask you, hey, would you mind if I go ahead and use your comment? I can black out your name in your profile picture, whatever. And I'll do a video for your question and how to do it so you can see, because I want to do POV form of a lot of the videos so you can actually physically see it being done. Not so much where you guys are where you're at and then I'm showing you. I don't learn that way. I'm a very hands-on, have to visually see it, have to actually do it. And if I can see exactly, like if I was looking down doing it, even better. But I don't find those videos. I've only found a very, very, very few that do it. I want to help you guys out and do that more. But again, love and support, that's all I ask for. If you don't like me, don't like my content, move on. Nobody's holding you here. But other than that, I'm here to help you guys. That's a part of me. That's all I want to do is help people. So again, thank you for watching this lovely longer-ish video. But again, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week, month, rest of your year, and be safe out there. And I'll see you guys on the next video.